Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown. I'm doing a Mega Lopunny team builder tomorrow, so I figured before that, I would go ahead and use the other normal type bunny right here. Got Choice Scarf Diggersby with the huge power, doubles your attack stat so it becomes insanely strong. Catches a lot of people off guard, they randomly stay in with like Zardois and Mega Medicham, and they just die to return, so that's very cool. Earthquake for secondary stab. U-turn is great on this team because this team relies a lot on breaking with Kyurem Black and Mega Diancie, and U-turn can really help you get those Pokemon in. And then Fire Punch is mainly here for Mega Scissor because Mega Scissor is a big pain for Kyurem Black right here, so that can go ahead and help us out. Pairing it with a Rotom-Wash just for a defogger because we do have a Volcarona on the team, and it's a good pivot. Got Volt Switch on this too, so we have double Volt Turn right here, so it's very good. We got Mega Diancie right here, which is very helpful, just a nice 4 attacks breaker. Kyurem Black, which is also another 4 attacks breaker right here. ICMZ with the Free Shock, really strong attack. Ferrothorn is our Stealth Rock setter, and then finally Volcarona for Quiver Dance Roost. It's actually a bulky Volcarona with a Wiki Berry. Because I have the Z on this, I can't run Z Volcarona, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this one out. And yeah, that's going to be the team. It'll be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. And let's go ahead and get right into the games. Alright, I got another game right here. My opponent is earning Reuniclus without T-Spikes, which you rarely ever see right here, but I think as a lead, so they have a Kyurem Black counter, unfortunately. Volcarona is going to win this game, the way I see it working out right here. I think just as a lead, I'm going to lead Rotom-Wash into a Magnezone lead, okay. So, I mean, if they're switching out, it'll be to Kyurem, so I'll just go for a Volt Switch here. That looks to be Scarf damage, and I do have a Berry, so I'm not as worried about this. They shouldn't go Landers, that would be so, like, bad. But they decided to do it, like, I don't get that one, but I don't know, maybe they'll let me Wisp it here just for rocks, and then I'll Defog after. Yeah, there's Scarf on this. They're gonna go Feeny now, too. But that's okay. Okay, they do go Kyurem, which is really interesting because I actually needed that thing weakened. So this is where a substitute would go up here. Yeah, sub happens. I can go right for a Jaraball. Or I can just start getting up spikes on this. I think Jaraball is okay. Yeah, because this basically forces it out, and this turn I can just spike up into Magnezone. I'm not going to be able to beat this, but it essentially gives me my Volcarona when immediately after. Yeah, so let's get up a couple spikes, and then I think I just with 6-0 with the Volcarona. Yeah, just bring in this now, and I don't think they beat it. Let's QD up here. They obviously don't stay in. Yeah, Feeny should come in. I just Quiver Dance again here on the Scald. I just got up to like plus like too much for them. Okay, I don't think that helps. I think I literally just wait for Taunt to go down. He's doing a lot too. Yeah, so once Taunt goes down, I literally just roost up. I'll Flamethrower here in case they try to get in the other thing. Yeah, there's my Wiki Berry. And then, yeah, this game's over. Let's do that just in case, and then roost up here. Yeah, this team was 6-0 by Volcarona at preview. I already saw it right away. There was nothing my opponent could do here. In fact, I'm choking risking a Scald crit right now. I have no business doing that. Let's just Flamethrower it. And then, yeah, nothing lives +4, so Volcarona, unless that's Sash Lando, which, even if it is, like Diggersby, if that thing takes a hit, Diggersby is just going to come through. Yeah, this dies to Bug Buzz right here, so yeah, it looks like bulky Volcarona is actually really cool. 918 special attack and 900 speed. What a broken Pokemon. Let's go ahead and get another game. Okay, got another game right here. A couple of things I'm noticing. This guy also loses to Volcarona. This guy's only switch into return is the Scissor, and I do have Fire Punch, so if I can make that call correctly, I can actually get ahead here. They're going to lead off with this Thundurus. I'm going to lead off here with this thing. So Feeny leads here. I mean, they could have a water type attack. I don't want anything else taking that, so I'll go Ferrothorn. I put rocks on it now, by the way, so that's important. Yeah, they can't Scald Burn me under terrain. They can go for Taunt here, I guess. I'll go for rocks, though. I think it's okay. If they Taunt, it is what it is. They'll probably go Scissor here if they don't have Taunt. Like, rocks are really valuable here. If they don't have Defog on Scissor yet, I should have Power Ripped, but that's okay. Power Up now. Actually, they're giving me damage on Garchomp, which I value a lot here, so I'll Gyro Ball this time, and then, like, they can't knock me out, actually. They have Fire Fang. So double down, but they get Rocks up. I still think this scenario favors me because I have a Defogger. They go Thundy here, I think. So I think I just go Diancie. They're going to go back to Feeny, I think. This is a tough one, because if they go Thundy and I go Kyurem, that's terrible. I'm going to go Diancie. If they go Zero Aura, I just knock that out with Earth Power. Look, they know I want a Defog here. What would they bring out to stop that? Either Feeny or Zero Aura. Okay, Thundy. I think I live Gigavolt Havoc, so I'm going to attempt a Defog. Okay, they decide to go for the Thunderbolt. That's not the play. I forgot this thing was not Thunderous Eye. Let's go ahead and click the correct attack here. I think Hydro Pump is that play. Yeah, because I live on Berry, and then... Like, while this was my Hawlucha check, I think Diancie not Mega Evolving lives one too. Yeah, so I knocked that out there. I'm going for... Okay, they're Misty Seed. I was wondering, what's their item on the thing? Plasma Fists. They reveal to be 420, 423. This can outspeed me. Do I actually think they're absolute max though? That would be insane. I don't think they're absolute max speed. I'm going Diggersby here. Nobody runs absolute max speed. Zero Aura. Yeah, so I'm just gonna Earthquake here. Hard Hawlucha. What a play. I'm gonna go Diancie. They double to Scissor. So like I could Hidden Power Fire here. And I think I will. No, I can't risk that. Let's go Volcarona on the U-turn. Don't get the Flame Body, unfortunately. Feeny comes in. This is actually a Pokemon that doesn't 1v1 me, so... Okay, that'll do the job here, though. Because now I'm forced to wear it down. Am I messing up by staying in here? I am. I need to keep the Scissor check alive. Okay, let's get in here. And then I'm going to make a double to Diggersby, expecting Scissor. And here I can Fire Punch. They go right back to Feeny. Yeah, they know what they're doing here. I gotta start making more offensive reads then. Okay, so I get in here. It gives me a Roost, which is actually really good. That's doing a lot. Okay, so I got out of there on the correct turn. They Moonblast that time, so this is where I have to get the play right. Okay, so they got that one right, unfortunately. And they get the U-turn, and they get a crit too, which means I can't restall the Feeny. And yeah, this Zero Aura just comes in now. I'll go Diggersby and hope they don't close combat, but that really sucks, right? What just happened right there. And they are absolute max. Yeah, I just lost. Actually, no, maybe I can win. I think I see what I can do to win here. The first thing I gotta do is actually HP Fire into Scissor. Yeah, but they go Feeny. This guy only goes Feeny. I think I can maybe win with the Volcarona. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's Moonblast to weaken it. And then Moonblast again here to do that. They're gonna go hard out into that thing, I think. Okay, they don't do that, which is cool. The problem is I need to get in on a turn where they're too weak to... Okay, they actually got in, they actually messed up. They need to get the terrain back up now, which actually might not leave them with enough turns. If they go Zero Aura here, I think I lose, so... Actually, I can't even double for Zero Aura, I just stay in. Okay, that actually lived, so this is actually working out for me, kind of. Do I lose to this, though? I outspeed it, I think I outspeed it here. Yeah, I do. But then Hawlucha comes in, right? Yeah, Hawlucha comes in here, gets that seed going, and I've lost the game to Hawlucha. Hawlucha was a giant threat at Peever. I messed up my Rotom, but they got the plays right with the Diggersby. I should have returned into this first. That's why up here I was really confused of how they went hard Hawlucha, expecting the Earthquake, but I guess it works out for them. I can't burn under terrain, so that's not going to help me, unless they, for whatever reason, go for High Jump Kick and miss. Yeah, they just acrobatics there. So I'll drop a GG. Really don't agree with going hard Hawlucha on Diggersby, but it works out for them, and I'll be right back with another game. Okay, my next opponent here is running Veil. It's kind of a 50-50 with the lead, because if they lead Drill expecting I'm going to lead Diancie, but if they lead Drill, I don't have a switch in at all, which is going to be really tough. Yeah, they lead Drill rather than the other thing, so I'll go Ferrothorn here on an Iron Head. And then it broke the mold, right? Yeah, so I'm just going to trade rocks here. They go immediately to Charizard. Okay, so I just go Diancie here. If it's Zard X, I got to go out into this and not Mega Evolve. It is Zard. Wow, that kills when I don't Mega Evolve. That's not something I was anticipating to happen. I can go out into this here and click return. Hard Rotom's not really going to help them. I'm really surprised that O-Code when I didn't Mega Evolve. That's also not going to help you, man. Everything dies to Diggersby. It's too strong. And I think this is a Sash set just based on how they let off with it. So I'm going to return again here. Sacks off Rotom. To get in what though? Scully? Hydreigon. So I switch out here into Ferrothorn. On a Draco Meteor. Nice. I get in on the correct turn. Gives me a Leech Seed here. Into the Charizard. Nice. Let's go Rotom here. On that. Gives me a Volt. I should live one. Nice. Okay, I do. And in this scenario, Diggersby is once again my play because it doesn't really invite in much after. So I'll just return here, knock that out. They know I'm Scarf now, which is really big, but Diggersby's claimed a couple of mons here, which is really cool. This can actually take a hit from Scolipede, so I think Rotom's my sack here. Hard Ninetales isn't going to help them. I go back to Diggs here and claim another kill. Nice. Goodbye. They're going for the Scolipede win, which is why I kept my Ferrothorn at full. They'd run Waterium Z, not the other one, so... this comes in. I'll just go for a return this time and knock that out. Nice, so... They tried to flinch me there, interestingly. Scully comes out. Knock that out with a return. And did Diggersby kill everything? Diggersby killed every single Pokemon right here, so that's very cool. It would have knocked out the Drill on entry, because we knew it was Sash and whatnot, so... It killed everything, right? It knocked this out with a return. Killed everything with the return, so I'll take the win, and I'll be right back with another game. Okay, I got another game right here. This opponent is very weak to Volcarona. I gotta scout the Zard, but... I think as a lead here... Diggs is fine. It should be able to beat Garchomp. If they lead off with Bulu, I think a U-turn. If they lead Kartana, I'm going to expect it to be Scarf and hard switch out. Well, Scarf Kart's a giant threat here. Volcarona is my check. I'm really expecting them to try to get a Barax right away, so that's why I'm leading off with this. I want to pressure early, so... If they lead off with Garchomp and get a Barax, I literally return, and then after that, they don't really have a switch in. So they decide to lead off here with the Rotom. I'll just U-turn out here. I don't think they're Scarf Rotom-Wash. They could be. I mean, if they are, then they have to hit a Hydro Pump anyway. Nice, so I got a clean amount of chip on that. Can't really risk my Kyurem here, so I'll go Ferrothorn. Yeah, because if that other thing took a Wisp, that would be a little bit lame. So I don't actually know what they want to do here. They decide to go for Volt. So, I mean, the rocks are definitely going to hurt both of us. Yeah, because this would be their play. I Leech Seed here. Leech Seed is my primary way of actually dealing damage with Ferrothorn now since I'm burnt. Yeah, so whatever Sash this might have had, it's gone now, so that's really good. They could go hard Zard here. I'm just going to go for a Gyro Ball. Into a SD, okay. Do I need this? No, I'm gonna Gyro Ball here. It's my Kartana check for Sacred Sword. I do have Volcarona though, so I'm not as worried about that as I might be. I wouldn't go Rotom here, yeah. So in this scenario, what I can do is just go Diggs and click U-turn. Like, I know it sucks to take, like, the damage, but it's not the end of the world. I guess it also reveals my Scarf, so this might have been a mistake, actually. But damage on Rotom is great for Diancie, so I actually think this could be good for me, too. Maybe Diancie was better, huh? Okay, so assuming that is Scarf Kartana, what move would they try to go for the win with? Probably Leaf Blade, right? Leaf Blade looks... And I mean, I have a Kyurem and a Volcarona. For Smart Strike, I have Rotom-Wash and Volcarona. And for Sacred Sword, I have Volcarona. So they decide to stay in here. That's fine. I do knock them out. That makes return so spammable for the remainder here, which is really nice. I think just what I want to bring in now is Diancie, I think. Either that or Rotom, but I like Diancie better. No, Diancie's bad. It brings in Cortana. If I go Kyurem here, that brings in Cortana. If I go Volcarona, I take 50%, which is really going to be pretty tough here. So I think I just go Rotom. Yeah, Rotom's the play. Find out what exactly this Cortana is actually all about. Maybe they'll mess up. I think I just stay in on it too. Like expecting a random knockoff, that would be huge. Because if they Leaf Blade, right, don't I literally go Volcarona, Quiver Dance up, and they can't beat it? Maybe with their Charizard, that could be the way they're going for. I don't know, it'll depend on what Zard it is. I think it's Zard, probably X. Which, I think that would be worse for Volcarona here. I am bulky Volk though, so Flare Blitz is gonna blow me away. Okay, they should go Cortana here. Either that or Bulu, but I don't think Bulu would be smart. Unless you go Bulu and you hard superpower into my Kyurem. What I need to do is somehow get that Zard to come out, because once that Zard takes a switch in, it's going to be really pressured by my Volcarona. So I think here I go Kyurem into a Wood Hammer. That is a banded Wood Hammer. So this is my last Leaf Blade response gone, meaning Volcarona is the only one left. I see him Z here. They'll go Magearna, I think. If they go Rotom and it lives. Okay, they go Magearna. Takes a good amount. I think I have no business switching out. I'm worried about Cortana a lot. Okay, so that thing's officially not a threat. They actually decide to Volt Switch, which will not knock me out. Go Charizard. That would be great here. Charizard for no reason. Yeah, Cortana's their play. It'll knock me out here with Leaf Blade. Yep, and then I have to go out into Volcarona here. I re-stub this turn because Charizard will finally get forced out. Or they decide to go ahead and do that, okay. I'll QD up here. There is the Flame Body and I got all my health back, so I'll take that. Could have actually Quiver Danced a couple times there if I really wanted, but I don't think I beat Charizard, that's the main thing here. This may just come down to the Charizard. Okay, they go Rotom here. I'll Quiver Dance on it. You're not Thunder Wave, right? Yeah. Okay, they Volt out that time. What's your Charizard? That's what it's going to come down to. Charizard comes out. I got to predict this Charizard. If it's Charizard X, I got a Bug Buzz. If it's Charizard Y, I got a Flamethrower. Either that or I just Roost. I think I'm going to Roost here. Nice. Okay, I think I win. If I attack here with Bug Buzz. Yeah, Bug Buzz knocks this out, and then I kill the remainder of their team due to my speed right here. So this definitely does not outspeed Volcarona at 750. Yeah, goodbye. And Volcarona is going to come through this time, so... I knew Volk was the win con, but I needed that Rocks to chip on that thing. Bug Buzz here, knock that out. Flamethrower, and then Flamethrower. Yeah, so Volcarona came through. I'm glad I recognized that Roost was good for the recoil damage right there. Let's knock that out. And Volcarona comes through again, so that's very cool. I'll be right back with another game. Okay, so in my last game, I'm up 5-1, and then my opponent crits me with Cortana. They basically could only go for Sacred Sword. My Kyurem was at full health. They were Choice Scarf, they crit the Sacred Sword, and then I'd die in one hit, and then I couldn't win from there. So I figured that I didn't want to put that battle in, because I was pretty upset about that one, but let's go ahead and lead off here with Kyurem. Kyurem kind of destroys this guy. Actually, they're going to lead Lele, so I might as well just lead Ferrothorn to get up my rocks. I gotta somehow get rid of that Pex. Yeah, I want rocks up here, but I think they do as well, so they may lead Gliscor. I think Kyurem's fine. If they lead Lele, I'll go Ferrothorn on that. They lead Selly. So this is actually something I need to break down, so I'll go for Fusion Bolt here. They protect just a Scout for my Z move, is what I'm assuming they did right there. I would never Z now, so I'm just going to go for Fusion Bolt into potentially Toxapex coming in. If Tangrowth comes in, I don't actually know what that wants to do. I just gotta time my Z right. If I can kill one thing with my Z move, I can easily break through the rest of it, but the timing is what matters. They could stay in here too if they really want to. But yeah, that last game, that was terrible. I was literally up 5-1. I outplayed them the entire game, and then Kyurem Black had this much health right here, and then it went down to 0. It was really sad, but I mean, it happens. Let's go ahead. They could go Buzzwole too, I guess. This guy's taking a while. Yeah, Kyurem Black rips his team apart. I understand why he's kind of indecisive here. Kyurem Black's about to do a lot of work. I think Volcarona can win if they give me Pex for no reason, which means if they go hard Pex now, I'm actually not dropping the Z right then and there. Because they either give me Pex, and that means the Volcarona wins, or they switch out and give me something else. That's all that's going to happen here. So best case is they go Pex. Worst case is they go Buzzwole, because I'm going to switch out if I don't see an item. Obviously. Okay, I'll be right back. Actually, he made a play. Cool. So I think I'm just going to Fusion Bolt again here into the Pex. Did not do a lot of damage there. I don't know if you guys noticed. This is like Fizz Def or something. Yeah, and this is the scenario that I wanted. I got a kill now. And I get 80% on Celesteela. Nice. So they're going to protect here for sure. I'll get in Ferrothorn. I don't need Ferrothorn. Sucks to have this Toxic, but Celesteela is broken down now, which is amazing for Diancie. Diancie has a huge opening in this game. Diamond Storm would be better for the tank, but it's not the biggest deal. I do want my rocks up. Let's not play the Sustain here. Yeah, it is. I can't let this thing Leech Seed recover. Like, that's the main thing. Because once this thing's now in range of Diggersby, right? And I want it to stay that way. Diggersby looks like it can have a lot of fun here, but I need to make sure this thing doesn't recover. And if I go Ferrothorn, that's literally just asking it to get Leftovers recovery, so. Okay, this might have to be the last match if this guy keeps on taking too long, because this is a kind of a stally team. He has actually has 2 offensive mons. Buzzwole and Lele, and then he has these 4. As some sort of defensive core. Yeah, Celipex's tank is really prominent right now, so they finally go for Protect after like 60 seconds. I mean, this is actually something I need damage on for my digs too. Okay, but it's Scarf, and I get that one wrong. It's okay though. I think a Diancie comes in and just proceeds to not Mega Evolve to take this hit. If they stay in, they're dead. So, does that mean I knock it out if I Mega Evolve? I'm gonna try that. Nice. Okay, so Toxapex is in range of Earth Power currently, because that's clearly like Fizz Def Toxapex. There's no way any other Toxapex takes 49% from Kyurem Black's Fusion Bolt. That's max attack Kyurem too, so. I need to somehow get that Pex out of here, because Volcarona can win at that point. Okay, this thing comes in. I'll go Ferrothorn here on Psychic. That's Specs. Get up my nicer rockers here. That'll probably make it so Tang gets 2-hit KO'd by Moonblast, because, I mean, Diancie's a stupidly strong Pokemon. It's insane how strong that thing is. If Buzzwole comes out, I think I go Rotom, perhaps? Yeah, Buzzwole comes out. We already know this is Scarf. Yeah, I need to keep this for the Lele, so I'll go Rotom here on a Drain Punch. So this gives me a free Wisp. Do I just take the Wisp or do I Volt out here is the question. I'll Wisp it. I think I would rather go for the 80%, 85, what is it, 85% than, yeah, because this is better for Diancie too, so. I can Volt Switch here to gauge the damage for whether it's AV or Fizz Def. That's not AV. There's no, the Rotom-Wash does 13% to AV Tangrowth, right? Tangrowth. Yeah, that's Fizz Def, so. That means they could Sleep Powder or Leech Seed here, which means I'm going to go Ferrothorn on the Giga Drain. And this next turn, anticipating the HP Fire, I'm going to go hard Diancie. Because I know it's Fizz Def now, they shouldn't Earthquake here. They either knockoffs or go for the HP Fire. Going Celesteela will not help them. I guess Buzzwole could EQ me. And that would be tough. Yo, and before they double Giga Drain, that would be crazy. I mean, like, even if they do, I still have a win con in Volcarona, so that's why I'm not overly worried about this one, but How fast is Buzzwole reach? 282, what, 420 with my Scarf, so I'm only 280. Scarf Buzzwole outspeed Scarf Diggersby, and that's going to be tough here. Knockoff was their play. So this is where I have to make another decision. If I Earth Power into Toxapex right now, Volcarona wins. I think I just Power Gem, though. Let me just make sure Power Gem kills Fizz Def Tang. Tangrowth against Diancie. Okay, so if Moonblast is doing that much, I think Power Gem should kill, yep. Hello? 49. Is that like more Fizz Def than I thought? That's gotta be it. I'm sad now. I really thought that would kill. Moonblast wouldn't have killed either, I think, right? It was at, what, 59? Yeah, Moonblast would... I don't think that would have done it either. I can click U-turn here. I'm really surprised. I just lost my win con, I think. I need to somehow hope they choke and give me Pex now. I don't know. I don't get that one. Okay, they give me Tang. I don't think giving me Tang is going to help at all. Maybe they won't be Haze on that thing. It's a big, very big if. Let's go, I think a Rotom. No, that gives Lele a switch in. Volcarona gives Lele a switch in. Let's go Volcarona. And see how they want to respond to it. They can go Toxapex, yeah. And I gotta start like pressuring this with the combination of Rotom and Diggersby. Yeah, so I get in safely, which is good. Now I have to predict correctly. Okay, so I catch the Celesteela, nice. This gives me the Volt Switch. And they really can't stay in, too, because... Or that's going to make Earthquake spammable, I think, so... Yeah, they're going to go back to Pex here. I get a really nice hit off on that. And yeah, this is going to be the turn. I got to make a play here, and I think they're switching out again, so I'm going to go for U-turn. Max Defense Pex is really cool. I got it wrong. Scald. Okay, so the cool thing here is I get to Volt. Oh, they leave it in? Hello? Toxic. Wouldn't let Diggersby get Toxic, obviously. They get out of here. I'm assuming that means they're not coming back. Toxapex is now too weak to deal with Volcarona. That's the thing. I can power up right here. Actually, is Rotom-Wash? I'm going to double to Rotom because it covers both them staying in and recovering. And going... do I have speed here, by the way? 40 versus... Yeah, I don't have speed anyway, so if they recover here, they could get back to a good amount of health. I'm assuming this guy's not coming back, though, so... Yeah, 30 seconds. I think Volcarona would have won this anyway. I'm just so surprised Tangrowth took my hit right there. Was definitely not anticipating that, but let's see. I actually hope they come back. I kind of want to see what happens, but... They would have come back right now had they... come back. So 15. I'm assuming we'll see 10 soon. I guess maybe it would Lele take a hit from Bulky Volk at +1. Volcarona. I would definitely not take a Z move, but I'm not the Z set, unfortunately. And it could knock me out with Psyshock. Lele. Okay, they didn't come back. Flamethrower. Yes, it actually takes one really well, so that could have maybe stopped my Volcarona too. I could damage that with Diggs though, because I knew it was Specs. That would have been a good maneuver. And yeah, I did hope you all enjoyed. We managed to get 6 kills with Diggersby one game, which was very cool. The team will be down below in the description, and I'll see you next time. Later.